Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the hundreds and hundreds of true school sports and subscribers. What's going on, guys? Now, I like this time of year for boxing because we start hearing about matchups that could be made, that are being made, and the year kind of begins to take shape in the lower weight classes. I always love looking at the matchups for the lower weight classes because, especially when it comes to featherweights and things of that nature, lightweights, guys, divisions where the punch output is high and the excitement is very high throughout the course of all rounds. And one fight that's being talked about, it's been reported by BoxingScene.com. Shout out to Steve Kim, that Yuriorkis Gamboa and Javier Fortuna are being discussed as a possible fight coming up pretty soon. Now, Gamboa, as we all know, is a gold medalist. He's been inactive for a while. He just had his return fight against Highland Williams Jr. He won that fight on the undercard of Luis Ortiz and Bryant Jennings. Javier Fortuna's last fight was against Brian Vasquez on PBC. He looked very dominant. It was kind of like, if you watch the fight, I don't know how many people out there watching this video watch Javier Fortuna's last fight, but if you watch that fight, it was like a kind of like a Roy Jones Jr.-esque performance, and he's kind of like, way he fights, he's kind of like a mini Roy Jones Jr. Not so much as far as power, but his unorthodox ways, his speed around the ring, just reminds me of Roy Jones Jr. His quirkiness reminds me of Roy Jones Jr. at a lower weight class. So I like the fight. Both guys trade punches. Both guys are fast. Both guys are flawed fighters. So it kind of makes it interesting because guys are going to, when those two guys fight, it'll be explosive. So now, Gamboa, when people once were very high on him, they viewed him as one of a guy that could one day be on the pound for pound list. And he had some setbacks. He had some troubles with his promotional companies and whatnot, with SMS. I'm not sure if he's on SMS anymore. I forgot what he's on now, but I know Gamboa, he had a tough loss against Terrence Crawford where he kind of had to. Terrence Crawford picked him, and he fought at like 130, 135, something like that. So the Terrence Crawford knockout was a big deal for him. Then he had the ring rust. So Gamboa's had a rough year and a half to 2 years, and a Fortuna fight coming off of a good win against a guy in Highland Williams that really, Highland Williams, the only guy to ever beat Highland Williams decisively was Rancis Bartholomew, and Bartholomew, he's a beast. So if you can beat a Highland Williams Jr. guy that doesn't have a lot of punching power but has a good amateur pedigree, is a solid fighter. I think that's a good test for a Fortuna fight. Now Fortuna is going to present some interesting looks to Gamboa. Fortuna is not your average fighter. He's very fast. He has a good jab. He changes angles very well. His footwork is good. He has a good habit of being on balance. He's got good balance. So I think the fight is really good. I hope it happens. I also heard, and I want to touch on this too. I also heard that Gamboa might be fighting Francisco Vargas, and if you guys aren't familiar with Francisco Vargas, he was in what I believe was Fight of the Year on the Cotto Canelo undercard when he fought Takashi Miura, and that was a ridiculously great fight. I would not mind seeing a rematch of that fight. That was, one of the best fights I've seen in a long time, and he's being rumored for a Gamboa fight. So Vargas coming off a big win against a really hard puncher, Miura. He had to get up off the canvas. Miura had him busted up, had his eyes cut. He was, just raining blood, and that'd be a good fight too. So, there's some matchups out there for Gamboa. You got Fortuna, you got Vargas. It looks like he's in a good position. So hopefully one of these two matchups can get squared away for him, and he can kind of build himself up on the national landscape and kind of work his way towards pound for pound status, because he has the talent. He just had to. It was the ring rust, and now he's getting up there in age. So time is now for Gamboa if he's ever going to make a move at becoming that pound for pound fighter that everybody thought he'd become. So let me know what you guys think about Yuriorkis Gamboa and the potential matchups between him and either Javier Fortuna or Francisco Vargas. Which one of those would you like to see and why? Leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe, and until next time, take care, guys.